Decided to come on back.
Yeah, I think anytime you get an opportunity to represent this university and play for Coach Ferentz and Coach Barnett, two guys that I have a lot of respect for. I'm not going to pass that up. So to be able to come back and talk to Coach Ferentz, he's an O-line guy. Coach Barnett, they've done a great job with developing O-linemen, and I think that's what I need is one more year so that I can play a lot longer in the NFL. So I think that's going to help me out a lot.
Were you ever thinking you weren't coming back?
Going into the season, I was treating it as it was my last season, and I think that bye week, Coach Barnett kind of brought it up to me and things like that, and I talked to Coach Ferentz, and they mentioned it to me, and I started thinking about it, talked to my family a little bit about it.
Was there any part of it that was kind of a maybe like responsibility or something, just with you filling in as captain for some of those later games, kind of thing like, boy, I need to be here to help that next generation next year, help lead these guys again?
No, we have a lot of guys on this team that do a great job leading. Addison of string, some guys on the defense, like Jaden Montgomery. We have a lot of young guys like that are going to do a great job. I didn't feel any responsibility to do that because I know we're going to leave the program in good hands. But it was more so just Herkitt's my roommate too, so it's kind of funny. We kind of talked about it. Just like I said earlier, anytime you get a chance to come back and play here, you're not going to pass that up because it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Was there a singular moment where you knew?
Yeah, I think so. We had exit meetings, and I talked to Coach Barnett for about an hour and a half or so. We're just going through the whole offensive line, what we think next year's going to look like and things like that. And it just got me super excited. I get to play with these guys one more time. And I think right then is when I got in.
But Kirk mentioned your name with Linderbaum. What does that mean to you when he kind of throws your name in with Linder?
Yeah, I think when you have Lindy, that caliber of player, right? He's such a good player, and he really did leave his jersey in a better place, and he represented this university well. And anytime you can get your name mentioned with his, it means a lot. I got to talk to him about when I was transitioning from defense to offense, right? And, he really did help me out quite a bit, and it really does mean a lot. And I'm hoping, if everything goes well, I can play at that caliber someday.
What's the future of the O-line next year?
Yeah, it's going to be a lot different. We're losing Mason, Nick, Chap, Els, like all these senior guys, Connor. It's going to be a lot different, but, I'm excited because we got some guys that can play football, and I'm really pumped for it. It's going to look pretty good.
What do you think you can accomplish with one more year?
I think there's a lot, not just as an individual, but as an offensive line. I think we left a lot out there in some games, and, we kind of want to get that back and get some wins back. It was a lot of fun playing with these guys, and, Coach Lesser's offense is a lot of fun to play for, too. And, I think we're really excited for it, and these guys to get a chance to go out there and play and show what they can do.
Who are some of those younger guys that might step into that void that's going to be left with some of those guys that moving on?
Yeah, it's I bet they're a little nervous, but also excited. We got guys like Trevor Lapp, Cade Pieper, Logan Jones. All these guys have a great opportunity this spring to get better, and because they have a chance to play on Saturdays next fall. They're going to compete for those spots. So I'm really excited for them. They're going to do a great job, and come Saturdays in the fall, they'll be ready.
What have you seen just kind of Brandon Sullivan as he's worked back from the injury?
He's just a competitor, and he wants to be out there. When he had that high ankle sprain, you could just tell it was kind of hurting him a little bit, just not being out there with his guys. But he's practiced well. He's practicing at a high level. He looks like himself now. He's running the ball, doing things that he does. So he's doing a great job, and he's going to continue to get better.
Logan, you've got two more teammates going on that All-America wall upstairs.
Yeah.
6 years in a row the Hawkeyes have put one up there. Is there something those guys, you played with them, is there something those guys have in common that make them great players?
Yeah, those are guys that didn't miss very many practices, right? You talk about Jay and KJ, and they didn't miss very much. They showed up every single day and worked. I came in the same class with Jay, and he wasn't a big, recruit out of high school, all these things, but he put his nose down and worked. And he was consistently doing that day in, day out. And, you got to learn from Jack Campbell, Seth Benson, Nick Neiman, all those guys. So it was pretty cool to see him go out there and ball out, and it was no surprise to me he did such a great thing.
Logan, I think.